Hello, welcome to my messy fingers. I have another album that I have finished, and it's featuring Stamperia's Romantic Collection, their Golden Harmony. And I want to thank Scrap and Create for having sent this to me. It's a beautiful album, I think, as it turned out, but it helped that it was a beautiful collection. So I played with 3 of the 8x8, and I played with 3 of the 12 by 12s. I used every bit of the paper that's in each of those pads, with the exception of a lot of the cutouts and a lot of the, there's a plethora of these items that are in this paper collection. And then there's some cutouts, there's other tags. This is the only sheet I had left. So here we go. On the front of this, first off, I wrapped this in a very light green, kind of a moss green, and then I came in with a Harvest tan brown to back it. And then on the front of this is out of the 12 by 12. And then we've got some of the brass elements here that came with the collection from Scrap and Create. And I played with a lot of fussy cutting here, but then I've got, not this. This and this are from the ephemera pack. This frame is from the ephemera pack. The bird behind the frame is from the ephemera pack. But these here are all cutouts. So I have the chair, I have a stack of books, the teacup, and then a flower pot sitting on top of a wood stump. This brown piece here is off of a piece of a 12 by 12. I cut a 1.25 inch strip goes across the bottom so that the chair and the pots and the books and the stump all look like they were sitting on the floor beneath the window. And I placed the flying canary behind the window first so that it did look like it was flying past the window. And then I cut this out and those 2 out. And then we get to the spine, and I just simply put the boots here on the bottom. And then on the back, we've got a couple of ephemera pieces. This is a book that's laid open, and then we've got a couple of little floral out of the ephemera. Now, the ribbon is for sale. It's in my Etsy shop. I'll provide a link if you want it. It is a cream-colored gold chevron. Otherwise, you'll want to have 36 inches of your color of ribbon of choice. So we get inside here, and each one of these are pretty much patterned the same. So we have here on the front, I took the what did these measure in at? These measured in at 6 by 6, yeah. I took these 6 by 6 tags, reversed them so that I had the back side, and then took the 3.5 by 5.25 tags, and I backed them on some green cardstock, and I made a front pocket. This is one of the little envelopes that comes out of the 12 by 12. I put a magnet, put a little card in there, and it can go in right here. Put a little saying, excuse me. And then here's one of the brass elements. And then I took, there's a full 12 by 12 sheet of wood panel, if you will, and I cut it 1/2 inch strips through all the signatures, and then use the 8 by 8s to fill in for the center. So then here on the back side, let's stick with this. I'm using some scraps here that I create another little pocket here on the back side of that panel. And then you open this up. These are 12 by 12s. Your base page is a 12 by 12 as well as over here. But I did create a pocket over here using some of the scraps. And then this 12 by 12 sheet, I fussy cut out with my craft knife the luggage set here, backed it on some green cardstock, and then I put it back in the spot it was in, and I only taped this edge so that this could act as a tuck, and you still have a spot over here for a smaller photo. Oh, and there's a pull-out. And I had just enough paper to cover one side, so that's what I did. And these little tags here are out of the 8x8 collection. And then over here, the same. The 6x6, I put a little brass element here, created another pocket, made another envelope out of the 12x12, opened this up, and then on this side we have, out of the scraps again, I created a pocket. Here's a little tag out of the 8x8s. This window, I cut it out, I matted it on green cardstock, and then I popped it up so there's a little bit of depth here. And again, here's the framing. And then here we got another pull out. Then you open this up and we've got a little tag here for some quoted sayings if you want, some journaling, large spot here for photo, but this is also a tuck down here. And then this piece here is the other piece of this. So then when you open this up further, I'm using a collage of cutouts here to make a tuck. And then I used a bookmark to create a tuck, and then here's some ephemera pieces. And then this here is one of the gold frames out of the ephemera, and then I put just one of the little gold flowers here. So you can frame in a 2x2 photo there. And then on this side, I put the little brass element up here this time instead of down here in the corner. And again, made a front pocket using the 6x6 and the 3.5 by 5.5. On the inside, again, using some scraps, I've created a pocket. There's a little piece there. And then we have another pull out. And then this is a 6x6 here. Again, I've framed all this in. These are 1/2-inch pieces. Then when you open this up, I took off the 12x12, I fussy cut these out, and I actually put them right back over the pieces, the elements that are on this piece of paper. But these look like they're standing up, and you can still see a little bit of it here in the background. It just acts like it's filler, leaf filler. Then we open it up here, and we've got two nice side pockets, lots of spot here for photos. Then you open this up here, we got a great spot here for journaling. Here's a nice tuck down here using one of the cutouts off of the 12x12. And this little cutie came out of the 8x8. So you can put a sentiment in there. And then we've got a big spot here. And these are those big, beautiful 6x6, but it's the reverse side I've been using. This is a cutout here, added it to this scrap piece. And then over here, we have another front pocket. This canary is out of the ephemera pack. And again, this is out of the 8x8. I have a little sentiment in here, think positive. Brass goodie. And then on this side, I have a front load pocket. I'm using this as the featured scrap, and then this one. And then this opens up top to bottom. So again, I'm framing this in, and then this is an 8x8 piece here. And then when you open this up, I'm using a 12x12 up here. No, due to the size, this is an 8x8. And then I'm using one of the ephemera. Now, the ephemera is sticky backed, so I had to pull the sticky back off. Then I backed it on some of the Gold Harvest cardstock, trimmed out around it so that I could make this into a tuck up here. And then here is the other piece down here. And we've got another one of those small 8x8 envelopes. And then you've got a spot here for journaling. And then this is 12x12 as well as this. And then these two in here are 12 by 12s. Now this I put in a 1-inch band and a little strip of tape through the center so that you can do tucks top to bottom, and as well as this side. And then I fussy cut out some of the large floral pieces from the 12 by 12. And then we have a nice big pocket, and you can still put some dedicated photos in here if you wish. Down here, this is all ephemera. We've got the bird cage, we've got some floral, the heart, and one of the suitcases. On the bird cage, because it's sticky backed, I peeled the back off and then I matted behind it some green cardstock and then put it in place so it's only taped, stuck from this point down. Have to remember how this goes together. There we go. And then over here we've got another front loading pocket of some bling. And again, the 1/2-inch framing, and then this is 8 by 8. This is 8 by 8. These two are one piece. And then again, I've used some scraps over here on this side to create this pocket. I love using my scraps. I don't like to let them go to waste. And then we've got another tuck here for some photos, and then some fussy cut out some floral arrangements on both sides here. And then this is all fussy cut, all of this. And rather than cover this green piece, I left it just the way it is. I did ink the top of it a little bit, so give it some color balance. But these are all just layered in fussy cut from the 12 by 12 pad. And then we've got a nice little pocket there. And again, we have another pull out. And then the last one is a double waterfall. This is a 3.5 by 5, and this is 4 by 6, and they're all covered front to back. And what I did here was I mounted them all on one solid piece of cardstock, the waterfall pieces, and then I placed it in. So, and this is attached to this. And then the same thing down here. These are your 4 by 6s, and they're all covered front to back. And these little ornaments are cut out from the, they're small enough, I think these came out of the 8 by 8. But there you have it. That is your Stamperia Golden Harmony collection. And I do hope that you'll swing on over to Scrap and Create. They have this in stock, and they would just love to send a shipment to you. And then if they do, you'll get a lot of these brass bling. It comes in a cute little envelope or baggie that it drawstring bag. And they've been very good to me about sending me the paper that I needed in order to make my albums. So if you could share some love with them, head on over to their website, follow their blog if you're not doing so. And if you haven't followed, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you would. I would love to have you play along with me. So I do have another album coming up soon, so I will see you then. Thank you.